guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is on the look I have on my face right now. One of my friends asked me if I could do like a flawless face that is perfect for like a first date or every day, and this is basically what I do to get a flawless face and just to make sure that my skin looks perfect and that I look the most natural, but not really because I put on a bunch of makeup, but you know what I mean. So you just want to look the best you, especially when you're going on a first date. You want to make sure that you're comfortable, you want to make sure that you're yourself, and you know, everything like that. Nothing that I did is crazy dramatic. Is my hair like out of control? So yeah, so this is what I came up with, you guys. I hope that this was helpful, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I already moisturized my face when I got out of the shower because I just showered this morning. You don't need to shower, but just make sure that your face is exfoliated and you washed your face and all your dead skin is off. That's also really important when you want a nice fresh face and you want your makeup to last. So then I moisturized with my Lancome moisturizer. I already moisturized and that settled in. I kind of like to let that settle in if I have time, just because if it doesn't settle in, your foundation can move more. And then I'm going to apply a eye serum, and I'm just gonna apply this. This is the Murad Hydrodynamic Quenching Essence. I don't know, I got this as a sample. Just put your own eye serum that you like. Do not put an eye cream. If you do put an eye cream underneath your eye, it'll get kind of cakey depending on how thick the eye cream is. You want to prime your face, and currently my favorite primer is the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. You can pick this up at the drugstore. It is super affordable and you get so much in here. So I like to just take a little like that, just like that much, and then spread this all over my face. You want to rub this in until it feels tacky. Then I do like to use a smoothing primer just because I do have pores that kind of come through here. I do have fine lines on my forehead, so I like to cover those up. And I do love the Makeup Forever Step 1 smoothing primer. I cut mine open because I was like running low and it wasn't coming through the tube, and I'm not about to waste that stuff that's in here. Like, you waste so much product if you don't cut this open. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to dab some here in here, and then on my nose, and then up here, and then kind of just wherever I have excess, and then I just like to gently rub that in. Don't hardcore rub it in, or else it's going to kind of beat up a little bit. You kind of just want to rub it in just so it's acting as a nice barrier between your skin and your foundation when you put it on, because you kind of want it to fill up those pores and act as a base. I like to use a foundation that is fairly lightweight and that I know isn't going to oxidate, isn't going to stick into my dry patches, and just a foundation that I absolutely love and that I wear, that I love to wear. One of my favorites from the drugstore is the Maybelline Fit Me. The one that I am going to wear, though, that I have been absolutely in love with is the Lancome Photogenic Lumessence. This one. So I'm just going to dab this in all over my face. Yeah, it is a little light, but that's okay. I'd rather have a light foundation than a dark one because you can always bronze up your skin. Like, the worst thing is when you have too dark of a foundation and your face is like so orange and you're not. I am going to use, this is also a very important step, I'm going to use a beauty sponge to blend this in. You could use, this one is from Sephora, which I have been obsessed with. The Beauty Blender, also great option. It's just like this one. And then also, if you don't want to buy that, the Real Techniques one is great as well. Do not get any of the ones from the drugstore that are cheap. You want a sponge that is squishy like this, that you get wet, that you're able to squeeze out, and that is squishy. Okay, and then really it's up to you with your steps. We're not doing a hardcore eye look, so I'm going to do my whole face first. I'm going to do my face majority, and then we'll move to the eyes because we're not doing anything crazy with the eyes. But it's totally up to you with your steps. I like to move on to my brows. I recommend filling in your brows just how you normally do, a nice natural look. You don't want to be going crazy with the brows, but you do want to fill them in because filling in your brows is like everything. Like, if you don't fill in your brows, you could look like a crazy person without even knowing it, you know? This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, and I'm just going to fill these in like I normally would. now I'm going to highlight, and I'm going to use a relatively light highlighter. Don't let this scare you. It will all work out at the end. Like, if you use a nice light highlight underneath your eyes, it'll just bring everything forward and you will look like a goddess. Trust me. So I am going to use the Tarte Full Coverage Creaseless Concealer. I absolutely love this. So I like to just come over here and blend this down and around. I like to go all the way up kind of to the tip of my nose here, just to make my nose bridge up here slightly smaller. If you do that, that's a nice trick. You bring this all the way up here and your nose will appear a little bit smaller because you're bringing a light color up there, so that's going to come forward, so this will appear smaller. If you have under eye lines and they crease easily, I suggest setting this right away. I'm pretty good. I can kind of just let this sit and chill for a little bit until I need to set it, because I am going to cream contour just a little bit. This step is totally optional. You do not need to do this. I'm going to take my Sephora contour stick from their contour kit and kind of cream contour just a little bit, just because I feel like it gives more dimension to my face. Okay, and then I am going to liquid highlight, because why not? Because we're here and we are in cream mode, so I might as well just add a little highlight. And I'm going to use this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and this was in Opal, and this was like in their holiday collection. But any liquid highlighter that you have, go for it, girl. But if you don't have one, don't worry about it. Okay, now we are going to set things, and my favorite all-time setting powder now, I don't know how I lived without it, but it is Emphasize from MAC. Okay, and then we're going to set our whole face and use whatever powder you love. I've been loving this from Lancome. This is the translucent powder. Oh my god, I'm in love with it. You don't set this and you put bronzer on, your bronzer might be a little patchy. So always set with a nice powder that you like. Doesn't need to be this one, just set it with a powder. We're going to let that chill for a little bit, and we're going to move on to the eyes. I'm just going to do the simplest thing ever. I'm going to take a brown shadow, put it on my eyes, and blend it up. That's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to take a thinner brush like this and run that underneath my lash line. I'm going to contour my face now just a tad. I'm going to just take this cooler shade that's in the Shade Light palette, and I'm just going to take an angled brush like this and kind of just lightly define my cheekbones, just a little bit, like nothing crazy. We're not going crazy Kardashian time. We're just gonna kind of define it. I like to just use a cooler tone shade first just to kind of create that shadow, and then we'll go in with a lighter or a warmer shade just to bronze up the face. I do also like to contour my chin. If you have a nice skinny chin, well, aren't you lucky? But I kind of am self-conscious about my chin, so I like to put a cooler shade down there as well, just to kind of make me look skinnier. Then you want to take a warmer bronzer. I have been in love with this butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. Looks like this. Smells like Caribbean. And I'm going to take this fluffy brush and just kind of bronze up my skin a little bit. Just like that. And then I am going to highlight my face before I put on blush. I like to highlight first before I put on blush. I'm going to go in with Champagne Pop, and this is a nice goldy highlight. I'm going to use my all-time favorite blush. That is still my all-time favorite blush. And this is Luminoso from Milani. I like to spray my whole face. Moisture Surge, I like to spray my face first before I do my mascara and stuff. So. I drowned myself in it. And then I like to take my beauty blender and kind of push that moisture into my face and kind of get rid of the cakiness. Honestly, this is seriously the best trick ever if you feel like your makeup is really cakey and you can see it. This literally makes your makeup just blend into your face flawlessly. And then moving on to eyes, this is totally up to you. So if you feel comfortable lining your eyes, line up. If you don't, I honestly wouldn't mess with it, because what if you mess up and then now you have to go back and erase it, and then you might mess up all your makeup. I wouldn't do that. One trick that I would do is take a liner. I'm going to take a brown liner and I'm just going to align my upper eyelid just a tad. And then also, totally up to you if you want to wear lashes. I personally wouldn't, just because I'd be too nervous, like if one's gonna fall off, or if like he notices or something like that. I don't know. I just wouldn't. I would just go with your natural lashes for right now. So I am going to curl my lashes and use one of your favorite mascaras that you know gives it to you. You know what I mean? That knows perks up your lashes. I absolutely love the Lash Sensational from Maybelline. And I'm going to move on to my lips really quickly. I would stick with the neutral, just because if you're eating, and unless you're not eating, girl, you can do whatever you want. If I'm eating, I'm always worried that it's going to be like patchy and like gross. So I'm going to do a neutral. I am going to line my lips. And honestly, this is seriously the best liner. Once I have money again, I really want to buy a full version of this. But this is the liner from Marc Jacobs. It is expensive. NYX has really good ones that are cheaper, but I like this one lasts forever. I've been really liking this nude stick in Whisper. I'm just going to pop that on. But that was it for this look, you guys. I hope that this was helpful. But this is just my steps I take to doing like a flawless everyday look, perfect for a first date, natural look. Yeah, so I know it doesn't seem natural, I know. But this is because of all the steps that I took, but this is basically it. So I hope this was helpful, you guys, and thank you guys so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.